There was a time before I started my journey with Christ where I was intentionally being evil towards somebody. Time passed. I started my journey with Christ. I had to go back through all of that, through when I was a little girl, all the way up to being a teenager, a young adult, and where I am now. Like all of the fragments of when I was a little girl, all the fragments from each time zone or period of time, I had to go back and analyze. I had to like sit with the pain of each and every situation I put myself in, or each and every circumstance that I was in. I had to go and sit with that and sit in the darkness. I had to sit in that darkness and try to find my way into a brighter I had to go back and sit in that darkness and find my way out into where I'm able to think clearly and see where I am now. That's what I had to do each time. Go back, dive into the darkness, dive into the darkness, dive into the darkness and defeat and pray and break spells and all kind of attachments that I had at that time. I had to go back as myself now and figure out ways to break it and destroy altars. And I had to do that over and over and over again. And every time I did it, it didn't get any easier. It didn't get any easier. It didn't get easier, but it was more strength training. It was more understanding. It was more wisdom being applied every time I went back. Every time I had the courage to go back and face that darkness, it just made me stronger to where here I am now. And that darkness that I had defeated, it's no longer within me. I'm able to spot it now, since this is where I am now, and I was able to go back and heal from it, what had happened in the past. Now I'm able to see it. I'm able to pick up on it in other people. I'm able to spot it. I'm able to tell when I'm operating in a place that's not of light. So what it's not hard per se on my end, but it's difficult when a person that you care about, you see that they're operating in that darkness, but they're not aware that they're operating in that darkness, and you don't know how to communicate with them because they're not in a space to receive it. That's kind of what I'm going through right now. There are some people who have went back, did the inner work, who have went back and accepted, who have went back and forgave, who have went back and healed from the pain that they've caused others and from the pain that others have caused them. They've healed. And now they're in a place where they can see it on other people. And when other people are operating in it towards them, they're able to combat it. But looking at that person, because we fight not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. So as you're watching this spirit try to throw darts at you to bring you out of that light, you're not able to communicate with the host, that person, about what's going on, because they haven't went and dealt with what they got going on in themselves. So it's easy for them to maneuver. It's easy for them to be used as a host for that entity, because they don't know that it's there. They never went back to do that work. They never went back to the place where they got hurt the most and sat down in that hurt. And I'm realizing that a lot of people, they can't. A lot of people would lose their minds if they went back. A lot of people wouldn't know how to navigate through the darkness if they went back. A lot of people wouldn't know how to make peace. A lot of people wouldn't know how to turn on their light to get to a place where they can they can come out and help somebody else see it. And there are some people that tried. There are some people that have tried. There are some people that have tried, but I feel like those people, they lost themselves in the dark. They got lost and they couldn't find their way back. I'm not talking about astral projection. I'm not talking about anything evil. It's a healing journey. You have to go back. You have to stand in that past hurt. You have to stand in it in order to know that you were wrong and what you did was wrong and how you made somebody else feel. It's all of that you have to think about. And a lot of people, because it's happened so long, because it's happened so many times, because it's happened so much, it's like if you do go back, it's like it's built up to a place where it's like yourself now, you can't handle it. And if you try to do it alone, I feel like it would break you. That's what I did in San Antonio. I went to San Antonio so I can hear the voice of the Lord more clearly. And while I was there, my whole journey up until this point, up until like a few weeks ago, I have been becoming one. I have been overcoming that darkness that's in me. I have been moving into the light, out of the darkness, so that I'm transparent. Anything somebody comes and asks me, it's like, yeah, I did that. I've forgiven myself for that, but I did that. And it's just like, I mean, like, I did that, and I'm not, it's nothing that I'm proud of, but it's like I was able to get past that. I was able to grow. Like, you can't be mad because I'm growing. You can't be mad because I didn't stop. I didn't give up on myself. I didn't let that darkness, I didn't succumb to that darkness and let it overtake me to where I'm steady being evil, steady and constantly doing things to other people or thinking things about other people. No. In fact, it's the complete opposite. Instead of me going out and being evil, I'm having a conversation with myself. Instead of me doing something to somebody else, I'm having a conversation with myself. I'm turning to my inner man. Not y'all, because how I see it is when it was just me and the Lord, nobody else was there. For this reason, I have nobody else to turn to. I have nobody else who I can turn to and talk to this about. I don't know very many people who've done it, who have actually had to go back and sit with themselves and be like, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was just wrong. Now I know that I was wrong. Let's do better. I don't know many people like that. Otherwise, they're just so perfect, they don't do any wrong, or they've done wrong and they haven't went back to or they haven't stopped and thought about the wrong that they've done. They just keep going. And they just doing their own thing. But yeah, when it was just me and God out there, it was just me and God. Nobody taught me how to pray. Nobody taught me how to talk to the Lord. Nobody taught me how to hear the Lord's voice. Nobody taught me how to read the Bible. And when I go and I get revelation, I'm able to share my revelation. I'm able to share my testimony. And somebody comes in there like, dang, I thought I was the only one. No, you're not. My people. And it happened to me on Twitch. The very first time I got on Twitch, I told my story, I told my testimony, and I was able to relate to somebody else's story. Where somebody was able to stop and be like, oh yeah, that's God. That's God. Somebody was able to stop and be like, yeah, you're set apart. You're set apart. That's how I know it's not like, because if other people see it on you, it's like, okay. If somebody at my job, are you Christian? I say, I'm not Christian, but I am a follower of Christ. And they were like, oh, I can tell. I can see it on you. I'm like, thank you. But yeah, it was beautiful at first, but after it's just like, as you continue, it's like you're on this island with the Lord. It's like, I want to say isolation, but for lack of a better term, this isolation where it's just you and God. And there was a point in time where I was like, God, I want to go back. I want to be able, like to chat with people and do this and relate to people. All the while I was in there, he was already telling me I am set apart. I'm in this world. I am not of it. So even if I was, now I'm back. I'm back out here socializing with everybody. It's like, Lord, I want it to just be me and you again. Let's go. It's just me and you. But I mean, my everyday. I'm not always in my Bible, but every day, I'm like, up here, I'm like, God, what's happening today? Every day, it's like, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the Lord. And at first, that thought, it wasn't God, it was this man, it was a worry, it was something else. But now it's, God got it. God, you here? God, you with me? I know God with me. Jesus, you with me? Jesus, you here with me? Jesus, that was you. Anything. It's like all things. It's just, I don't know. It's all things. It's every day is just like, there's not a day that goes by where the Lord don't cross my mind. And I like that. It's like either it's the Lord crossing my mind, either it's me asking the Lord something, or it's like something would happen and I'll be like, God, you with me? That was all you. That's just how it is. Every day talking to the Lord, every day thinking about the Lord, every day, like not even wondering, just like anticipating the next thing that the Lord got for me. It's like waiting, but waiting happily, because it's like, I can't wait, because I already, you brought me out this time, you brought me out that time, literally, you brought me out the darkness that time, you navigated me through the darkness this time, you strengthened me in the darkness this time, you had me go by faith this time, you had me follow this direction this time. All the while, you just bringing me out, and now I'm to the place where I feel like, can't nobody tell me nothing about my Lord and Savior. Can't nobody. I don't care what I go through. I'm gonna get through it. If I can take it, I can make it. That's one thing I know for sure. People may come to me, talking to me like this, like, if it's our everyday conversation, I don't really care. So I'm not breaking my head about it. I'm not breaking my brain about it. I might sound slow while I'm talking to you, but if you come to me, you ask me about Jesus Christ, have a seat, pull up a chair, pull up a chair, make a coffee, pop some popcorn. Let's talk. Yeah. You gonna hear a whole different side. You not even gonna hear me. You just gonna, even by the way that I speak, like people, they'll look like must be an airhead. But after a while, like after it'll just start flowing, and people is this the same girl? Yes, this is the same girl. I just don't really care to entertain a lot of stuff. I don't really care for it. But one thing I know for sure, and two things for certain, my God is real, and I'm happy to tell anybody about him any day of the week, any time of the day. And that's why I know that's not even how I know. That's why I'm blessed. Because I got an awesome God. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. And no, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. The first few months when I was a baby in Christ, I was taken care of. Everything was laid out. Like it felt like I was protected. I was in this. I was like, wow, glory be to God. Wait a minute. Thank you. I remember this is right when I first started my journey. Around the time I had first started my journey, I had this dream. That I was in like this glass bubble. It reminded me realistically, so I can give you the visual. It was like one of those, it was a roller coaster. It goes up and it spins around and you're able to see like, you're able to see like that whole area, and it's made of glass. That but on the ground. So I was in that area, and it had the seats and everything. Yeah, it had the seats and everything, and I saw other people around me. They were like suiting up. We were all suiting up. We were all putting on now armor. Now I know it's armor. We were all just suiting up as if we were getting ready to go to war. But at that time, it was like fine. It was like everything was. It was. There was a level of like assurance. It was like, okay, I have everything that I need. Like, let's just suit up. Let's suit up. So we were just suiting up. And then as I was standing there, I was looking on the outside, and I saw this field, and it was like a tinted field. It was tinted red. Everything I saw was red, and it was just a field. So I was like, and that was it. It was like, okay. So I feel like as I was suiting up, getting ready, that was me in my baby stage. But then, oh, yes. All of that going back and having to heal and having to become one. Yeah, I was fighting. We stepped out on that field and went to work. I didn't have a vision about that, but I just know, like, that's what was going on. That's what was going on. And I don't feel like I stepped off that field yet. I feel like I don't feel like I stepped off that field yet. And you know, OMG, I posted a video it was a while ago. It was like last year. I was like, God put me back in the field. Oh my goodness. So, bro, yeah, it's not all when the good times are good. The good times are good, and the bad times are still good, because you're gonna get through it. You just gotta have a little bit of faith. That's it. And faith makes it exciting. Faith makes it worth the wait, because it's like, I waited for it, and now it's here. And also the journey. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing in between? Are you healing? Are you creating? Are you, like, what are you doing now? What are you doing right now to when you get to where you need to be? What are you gonna look back and like be excited about that you didn't give up on? I'm excited that I didn't give up on my faith. I'm excited that I didn't give up on myself, because I'm able to go back and look like I did some stuff. I still do stuff, but I'm able to stop and think before I do stuff. Because of what I learned before, I'm able to be like, okay, let's not. It's just a certain wisdom, I guess, that I didn't have before. Even the job situation. Even the job situation. or people talking about me or any of that. Like, girl, I don't care what nobody has to say about me. If you're telling me the opposite of what God has told me, I'm not listening. I don't hear it. Don't waste your breath. And it's not an arrogant. I hope it. I don't care how you take it, but it's like, if my Father has already told me this, and I have seen him come through for me time after time after time after time after time, you have no credibility. So what am I going to be pressed for? You have no credibility. You don't even have credibility in the streets. You don't even have street credibility. So what am I going to be pressed? Like, say all you need to say. But give them grace, because if they're throwing those darts at you, that's the stuff they haven't dealt with. That's stuff that they probably have dealt with it, but they got lost, and so now they're just moving around lost. They probably dealt with it, and they probably tried to deal with it and they couldn't, so now they're just operating. But to be ugly to somebody, I don't know. It's like, even now, I sleep on the couch. Y'all probably already knew that, but am I pressed about it? Am I anxious? And I think I told y'all this before too. Before, when we all saw the apartment, I was wrong. I got it wrong. I heard wrong. God is not a liar. He said, be still and be patient. I was not being still and being patient. The way things were going at that time, I was tired of fighting. So I was saying, Lord, you get me out of it. You help me up out of it. Hold on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah. So I was like, Lord, you help me about it. You help me about it. But in that moment, I was still taking it as a blessing, because before then, I was in San Antonio asking the Lord for a place, like a war room, a place that I can go, be by myself and just pray and just be. That's what I got. But on the flip side, I was rushing to get away from something. I was rushing to get away from somebody else. So either way it went, I was still grateful to be away. So boom, I went, broke my leg, ended up back in the same place. I'm in the same place. In the situation from before and the situation now, they are about as identical as my eyebrows. They are identical situation. But the only difference is my mindset. God's way before things started lining up and I started seeing things, I received instruction. Just be still and wait on the Lord. Okay. So boom, this first thing's line up. I'm like, okay, I'm just in my heart, in my mind, I'm like, I'm this time I'm waiting on God. He's gonna line it up to the T. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be on this couch forever. He's gonna line it up. So boom, I get the first drop. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna wait it out. I set it to the side. Okay. Boom. The second drop. I said, okay, Lord, be still. Okay. Then boom, I got another instruction. What we're gonna do, da 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 da, is blah 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 blah. Okay. A third instruction. Okay. Now that's it right there. I haven't heard anything else. I haven't heard nothing else. I haven't heard a be still. I haven't heard another instruction. It's been left at that third drop. I say, okay. Okay. In my mind, I'm like, maybe I should be doing something else. Maybe I should. But when I start thinking like that, I'm like, Lord said, be still. Lord said, be still. Lord said, da da da. Lord said, da 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 da. I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm like, now I'm getting like ants in my pants. I'm getting ants in my pants. So now I'm like, okay. Da 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 da. Maybe I could scratch it. Set that to the side. Actually put that in the trash. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. Okay. So now all I'm waiting on is the da 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 da. Fourth drop. Like this. The situations are exactly the same. Situations are identical. I have been here before. The only thing was I was so ready to go that I took off way before the Lord. Like King Elisha, when he took off into the forest and had to turn right back around and go to that same place. But he went back with everything he needed: protection, guidance, food for strength, because his journey was too great. Don't play. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's what I'm talking about. So now I'm not chilling, but I'm just getting my ducks in a row. He already gave me the instruction. Now, baby, I'm just making sure, getting the ducks in a row. He already told me what to do. Now I'm just checking up the boxes. So that's my life. That's all I wanted to say. Heal. Trust God on the journey. Even if he tell you go all the way back, you got to go all the way back. You got to get it together. It has to make sense. You can't come preaching about healing if you haven't healed. You can't come preaching about forgiveness if you can't forgive. That means forgiving yourself. If you haven't forgave yourself for what you did way back when, you can't come preaching about it. It just won't make sense. Now, if you did that work already and now you in the right now and you dealing with the right now, deal with it with God. Not Don't take it into your own hands. You won't get very far. Take it from me. You won't get very far. It'll all just come crashing out. Thankfully, it hasn't done that. Thankfully, no weapon formed against me prospered. Thankfully. Just thankfully, that's it. Like, thankfully. Like, even the stuff that tried to prosper, it didn't prosper because I was able to stand strong. I was able to stand 10 toes down for my God, knowing that he was going to come through. Now, patience is virtue. God is not going to move on your assignment. Even though you may want him to strike right then and there, but he will send you signs, letting us know that he's with us, but he wants to know our heart is in that upright posture. Because if he goes and he puts judgment on somebody else, he don't want to lose two people. He don't want to lose that person that he brought that judgment upon, and also his child. Well, we're both his child, but also you, because your posture needs to be in the right place. You need to let that hate go. You just have to. My mom taught me, don't hold no hate in your heart. So it's like, no matter what a person do to me, I'm not gonna hate you. I just don't fool with you. It takes too much energy to hate you. Every time I see you, I gotta look the other way. No, I just don't speak unless I'm spoken to. That's it. I don't speak unless spoken to. Hello. But me walking around with an attitude, stunk face, nah. I think I'm cute, so I want to be cute. But yeah. Slowly but surely, like, I'm seeing it all play out. And the people that I've been trying to warn to like, take a minute and think about what they're getting themselves into, or take a minute to think. But again, it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. They can't. They physically can't. There's no Jesus in them. There's no light. And if it is, pray for him. Pray for him that flame gets bigger. Because I don't have no more cheeks to turn. And then I don't have no more cheeks to turn. My 70 times 70 a day, I've tallied it up. I'm tallied out. Yeah. And no, you're not holier than thou. You're not upright like that. You still have these thoughts that come across your head. You still have like these feelings, but that stuff is like, it's not penetrating. It's not getting to a point where you're actually going and moving on it. You're not pondering those thoughts too long. You're not letting those thoughts take over your actions and your feelings throughout the whole day. No, that's just something that you think about and you're like, oh, You move away from that. You shake yourself off. You thank the Lord for another great day, and you move along. That's where we at right now. That's just what it is right now. That's where I'm at. So, YouTube, I'll see y'all in a few months with another update. And I know that next update is going to be wild. It's going to be worth all the... It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth everything that I've been through up until that point. And I have fun when I look back and I'm like, I had fun. Like, I wasn't it wasn't too bad because I was still listening to my music. I was still jamming. I was still smiling. I was still talking to people. Yes, I had moments where I cried, but I was crying to the Lord. I wasn't crying to all of these other people. I wasn't like asking myself if I was going crazy. I was sure of everything that I went through. I was sure. Some things I did get wrong, but one thing I did not get wrong is that the Lord is with me. I didn't get that wrong because I'm here. Because I'm here. That's one thing that I did not get wrong. Go back and look at the YouTube videos. I wish I was recording the time that I was homeless in San Antonio, but that was a time for me and God. I didn't know as much as I do now. But yeah, that was a journey. This is another journey. I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna see like I'm gonna see the community that I built for myself. I'm gonna see that I took a chance on gaming and it blew up and it created a way for this. I'm gonna see that I took a chance on creating my books and it blew up, and I'm gonna see that I took a chance on my credit. I'm gonna see that I tried to go to school. I'm gonna see all of that. I'm gonna see it all. And none of it was a fail. I wanted to test the waters, okay? Maybe. But yeah. And listen. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. That's one thing I must stand by. And the Lord has a plan for me. A plan for my future. A plan to give me hope in the future. I'm gonna stand on that too. And all it takes is faith the size of a mustard seed. But I think I got a boulder right now. I think I got a boulder. Everything that looks wrong to you, everything that looks like it failed to you, everything that looked like it died to you, everything that looks like it didn't sprout and prosper to you, just hold your horses. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Because I hear that heavenly spring is different. I hear all it takes is just a little whoosh, all it takes is a mustard seed, a little bit of dirt hey, I have plenty. And a little bit of spring water from heaven. And my God, he could do it overnight if he wanted to, but there's some stuff that I still need to prepare for. And yeah. But it can happen overnight. If he really wanted to move for me overnight, he can move for me overnight. Overnight. But I'm not looking for short term. I'm looking for long term. And right now, I ain't got nobody. I don't have a soul except my son. I don't have a soul who is helping me figure it out, who is walking me through it, who is like telling me, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. But I have a whole lot of people talking about the situation I'm in right now. So it's all grace, it's all peace, it's all mercy, it's all good. But when it's time, when you see me in it, and I will be in it. When you see me in it, you can't fake it. You can't fake it. You can't fake it. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm telling you, like, it's okay. It's not right now. It's okay. Like, there's nothing. There's no animosity. There's nothing. There's nothing. You on your end. I'm on my. It's cool. I'm going through what I'm going through. It's cool. From the bottom of my heart, it is cool. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Let me continue going through it by myself. It's good. Let it just be me and the Lord. It's good. It's okay. I promise y'all, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like, it's It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. There's no animosity. There's no nothing. Just continue living. Continue living. Continue doing your thing. Continue being great. Continue to prosper. Continue to build your friendships. Continue to do that. Keep doing that. Keep just... But it's gonna happen. The tables will turn on my end. Drink to that. It's just God's timing. I'm not gonna make him rush. I'm not gonna... No, he told me wait. I'm gonna wait. But it's good. Like, for real, y'all. It's good. Now I'm all happy just thinking about it. But I'm enjoying my right now. I'm gonna keep enjoying my right now. What I got going on. I'm gonna end this off by saying, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Don't let go of the faith. Just keep the faith. He said just the size of a mustard seed. Okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not hurt. I'm not none of that. I'm not resentful. I'm not angry. I'm joyful. I'm at peace. I'm content. I'm okay. It's gonna happen. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. I pray that y'all have a blessed and favorite filled day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.